Everybody, Chris Godfrey here. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most played country songs in the nation as compiled by Mediabase 24/7 for the chart week of July 13th, 2024. Got one debut this week, but before we get to that, let's take a look back at last week's top three. Number 3 was We Don't Fight Anymore by Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton. Number 2 was Cowgirls by Morgan Wallen and Ernest. And the number 1 song last week was I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. Now, can they get some help by staying on top for another week? Let's find out 39 hits from now. First, we get started with Tiger Lily Gold spending a second week at number 40 with her second top 40 hit, I Try to Ring On. And here's her only debut this week, coming in at number 39, a newcomer from Washington. His name is Tucker Wetmore, and his first top 40 hit is called Wind Up Missing You. And with that one debut, we say goodbye to one dropper falling out this week, Your Place by Ashley Cook. On with the countdown, moving up 1 to 38, here's Dylan Scott with This Town's Been Too Good to Us. Well, from their high point last week at number 3, they tumble 34 spots down to 37, one of the biggest drops in recent memory. It's Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton with We Don't Fight Anymore. Moving up 2 spots to 36, here's Chris Janson with What You See Is What You Get. At number 35, up 2 spots, Zac Brown Band with Tie Up. Slipping a spot to number 34, here's Chris Lane with Find Another Bar. And trading places with Chris, moving up 1 to 33, here's Matt Stale with Breaking in Boots. Leaping 3 spots to number 32 in their 9th week on the chart, Dylan Marlowe and Dylan Scott with Boys Back Home. Leaping 5 spots to number 31, it's Chris Stapleton with Think I'm in Love with You. At number 30 for another week, here's George Bird's, his second top 40 hit called Cowboy Songs. Up a couple this week to 29, here's Dierks Bentley with American Girl. Up 4 spots to number 28 is Riley Green with Damn Good Day to Leave. At number 27, up 2 spots, it's Marshmello and Kane Brown with Miles on It. At number 26, up 2 spots, Zach Top with Sounds Like the Radio. Inching up 1 to 25, here's Dan and Shay with Bigger Houses. For another week at number 24, it's Brett Young with Dance With You. Up 2 to 23 this week, Thomas Rhett with Beautiful As You. Just his 3rd week on the chart, Jelly Roll moves up 5 big spots to number 22 with I Am Not Okay. At number 21, up a couple this week, Parmalee with Gonna Love You. In his 16th week on the chart, Keith Urban moves up 2 to number 20 with Messed Up As Me. Up 2 to 19, California's Dasha with her first chart single, Austin. Up 2 this week to number 18, here's Luke Bryan with Love You, Miss You, Mean It. Easing up 1 to number 17, his 20th week on the chart, Tim McGraw with One Bad Habit. Leaping 3 to number 16, Justin Moore with This Is My Dirt. At number 15, up 2 spots, Lainey Wilson with Hang Tight Honey. At number 14 again this week, it's Chase Matthew with Love You Again. Leaping 3 spots to number 13, her 40th week on the chart, Megan Moroney with I'm Not Pretty. Slipping a spot to number 12, here's Luke Combs with Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. And the 11th most played song this week, up 2 spots, Dustin Lynch and Jelly Roll with Chevrolet. Right leading off our top 10 for a second week, it's Drew Baldridge at number 10 with his first top 10 hit, She's Somebody's Daughter. Slipping a spot to number 9 this week, here's Cody Johnson with Dirt Cheap. Trading places with Cody, moving up 1 to number 8, it's Chris Young with Young Love and Saturday Nights. Leaping 5 spots all the way up to number 7, scoring his first top 10 country hit, it's Shabuzi with a bar song. Easing up 1 to number 6, it's Nate Smith with Bulletproof. Easing down a notch to number 5 with his former number 1 hit, Bailey Zimmerman and Where It Ends. At number 4, climbing 1 this week, Brian Martin with We Ride. Slipping a spot to number 3 is Morgan Wallen and Ernest with Cowgirls. Leaping 4 spots to number 2 in his 27th week on the chart, it's Jason Aldean with Let Your Boys Be Country. And the number 1 song in country music for the 2nd week in a row belongs to Post Malone and Morgan Wallen, and I Had Some Help. That's Post Malone's first number 1 country hit and Morgan Wallen's 14th chart topper. And that is our countdown of this week's 40 most played country hits. Join me again next week. Once again, we'll count them down. We'll find out who's got the number 1 song in country music.